we have a like new tools in market, and that we are discussing from last like 1 years and 1.5 year. And but we already have one mature community for Selenium, that is one open source tool. Then why people are keen to shift towards these tools? And there are other tools also, like Cypress and this Playwright, and some other tools are also there. But what is the need of these tools? Like why standalone this Selenium has not all those capabilities, and what are the offerings, new offerings coming from these tools? So we are going to see all those things in today's session, basically. So just before starting, you can see one word like Playwright enables reliable and end-to-end testing for modern web application. So when we say modern web application, means like you have also seen that in your like current project, almost all of the development is going mostly on React side or JavaScript side. So these are the like front-end designer scripting tools. So most of the developers are taking help of those React based application or a JavaScript based application. So those applications comes under this modern web application. So where like this Playwright supports and helps most of the resolve our most of the query. So before proceeding, how we can have this access of this Playwright, and from where we can go. So this is the official their website link, that is playwright.dev. If anybody can log in into this website, so this website, so they will able to go ahead with that. Just before starting, what are the offerings came into the picture from the Playwright side, so we will go one by one. So it says like cross browser platform supports, like so in like Selenium also we have seen they are supporting the cross browser. But sometimes there are some restrictions also we have, because sometimes we uses different browser managers and others capabilities to deal with the browser based testings there. So to handle all those requests, Playwright supports all the browser rendering events from the Chrome and WebKit. When we say this WebKit, so basically this WebKit is for the Safari browser. Okay, and this cross platform means you can run your test cases on Windows, Linux, and a Mac operating system. Even you can run your test cases in headless or headed mode. And when we say cross language supports, means Playwright by default coming with TypeScript, but they have offering for JavaScript, Python, .NET, and Java as well. When we say like test mobile web application, mobile view, so basically if any application has the like mobile view emulation available, so our desktop application will be converted into mobile view, and we can test those application as well. And the major features that is like coming, this is no flakiness test. So this no flakiness test means you might have seen like in Selenium there are lots of test cases when we have in suits, like we have like suppose 100 or 500 test cases, and we want to run all those regression suits or smoke suits in a one go. Then at that time some of the test cases are failing, and there is almost no reason for failing those test cases. And that's why this is called a flakiness, sometimes due to the environment issue, or sometimes due to the test case overlap issue, or sometimes elements not able to find. But when you run individually, those test cases were able to pass. So mostly those are the scenarios we have seen in Selenium. But to overcome on those scenarios, they are offering this auto bait. So this auto bait, like we are not supposed to implement this implicit bait, explicit bait, that is on that offering coming from the Selenium side. So these things are automatically handled from the Playwright side. And then when it comes to the assertion, so in other tools, like generally we are taking the help of like unit testing tools help to provide the assertion. But this Playwright has their own assertions available, and we can use their assertion. Coming to this tracing features, like tracing means like basically like when you are when you are traveling from one place to other place, and then you have all the details available with you, like where you have stopped in your journey, in which hotels you have stay there. So similar way, if you are automating any web application, so what are the pages you have traversed through, what are the actions you have performed, so all those details they are capturing with the help of your one video they are created, and through that video you can basically trace the event. So this is like one of the best features they have to record and like go through all the steps of what we have performed in testing. So individual steps like for just to debug our failure and others issue, we can we can and this tracing issue helps us a lot. Now coming to the next features that says no trade-off, no limits. Means like we some of the tools are not supporting tabs or multiple tabs or windows like Cypress. That is one of the competitor of this Playwright tool. But in Playwright, these scenarios are handled perfectly, and the other thing is that the frame and shadow DOM. So majorly that's the pain point for our like front end test automation resources, that to deal with the iframes and other shadow DOM structure. So there through Playwright, they already have their own methods to deal with those, and it was very nicely handled by them. So it and that is not much issue for this Playwright. Other features, like let me talk about other features. So those features are like a fast execution. So suppose like you have an application, and for that particular application you want to run 100 test cases. So 100 times you are not supposed to log in into the application, right? So you log in once, store the session events, and then through that session events, for rest of the test cases you can execute. So this feature is called as a login in once. And other is that some powerful tools they are offering, that is like their own inspectors they have, and already talked about that trace viewer and this CodeGen. CodeGen is basically for all your action events, what are you doing? So those action events are basically covered through the CodeGen. So these are the basics features, and due to this basic features only, like this tool is trending in market. And most of the things, like why like every people are and communities are trying to get their hands dirty on this particular tool, because it's a open source, and being an open source, it's also owned by Microsoft. So tool, and that is backed by Microsoft. So how these tools has been developed? So I will just give one brief introduction, that there is a prior tool we have that is called as a Puppeteer. So we have some developer from the Google side, and they have designed this Puppeteer tool, but later they move and created this free source tool, and they moved into the play that is taken by Microsoft. So this is like overall a story we have, but just before proceeding, I will give you like how, like if anybody wants to go ahead with their documentation. So this is the documentation, nice documentation they have. Okay, so we have the nice documentation available from the Playwright side, and these are like how we can proceed with the uh, like uh, uh, installation part, writing the test cases, whatever the features we have, right? All those like action event, everything is like very well mannered mentioned here, and this API supports we have, like what are the APIs libraries they are using, so how they have those, so all those documentations available there. And other thing is that when we say like language supports available, so there like Node.js is there, then Python is there, Java is there. So rather than like it's not depends like which language you are preferring, so you can choose your language. So currently I have selected like by default it is Node.js. So if I go to Java, so your all the documentation changed to Java language, like how we used to write our class, and then how we can use this methods playwright tools with the Java. So accordingly, if you select here like Python, so these documentation will go ahead and change into the Python's coding structure. So, and we have the community page also available. So if you have any discussion, if you want to raise any bug or anything, so we can go ahead and do through there. Like, so now I'm just coming to how we can proceed. So this session is basically based on the JavaScript side. So like we will discuss some parts like how we can go ahead and create some projects and all. So what we will do, I will create one folder here. So this folder, I name it as like a Playwright demo. Okay. And then this folder I will open with. So just before coming to this ID, this ID is I think most of the people are already aware. So this is a VS Code ID, and this VS Code ID basically help us to uh, write many of the development tools with other language, like even we can go with the Java, JavaScript, Python. So this is a very well-mannered ID, I can say, and this ID like very rich libraries as well, and others any extensions they have. So all those things are already available in this. So mostly like when you want to go ahead with any development task or any testing task in JS side or TypeScript side, so people have one of the favorite list is VS Code. So how you can go ahead and download this VS Code? So basically you need to go and type VS Code download. Okay. So if you go VS Code download here, then you will redirect to this VS Code official website, and there you have this like uh, all the all the versions available for all other different operating system. If you are working on Macs, you will download from here. If you are working on Linux, you can download it from here. And if you are working on Windows, then you can download it from here. So I currently am working on Windows, so I have downloaded this file, already have the installation. So yeah, so already have this installation available for me. And apart from this, if you want to run any JavaScript or other code, TypeScript code, so as I told you, though their backend engine is basically Node.js, so you should also have the Node.js available in your machine. So Node.js, I will type here, and then it will redirect us to Node.js page. So in Node.js, you have two types of basically offerings. Okay, so one is the LTS, that is long-term support. So if you want to use the almost bug-free, I can say, then you have to download this version. But if you want to use the latest feature, then you have to switch it to the current features, and you can download the installer from here. And once you download the installer, then you have to just uh, just click and install. It's a very easy process. So you, after that, once your installation is complete, you can go ahead in your local in CMD and check like what is that available in your machine or not. So this VS Code also has the terminals available. So what I can do, I'm just waiting for screen to populate. So what I can do, so I can type node hyphen v. Okay, so it should give the latest version. What is the latest version? So see, I'm using 21.5.0, and currently here we have 20.0 point, that is for LTS, and I am using this current version. So this is the current version available in my local as of now. So before proceeding, I have done two things. I have installed a Node.js in my local, and then I have installed VS Code in my local, and I have created one folder in my local, named it as a Playwright demo. So these prerequisite I have done as of now, and then after that, what I have done in file, I have like open folder, and through open folder I have imported this Playwright demo in my editor section. So now what, like my terminal point is there, like in this Playwright demo section you can redirect through your like command prompt as well. So what you can do, you can go ahead here, and you can, in Windows machine, you can type cmd here, and you will redirect to the same page. See, in like in my command prompt also it is redirecting. If you type whatever the command I am typing inside the VS Code, if you type here, it will give you the same result. So that's not an issue. So both are same thing I am doing. That one thing is I am doing in like inside the VS Code, and other thing is that like a standalone CMD command like I am doing. Okay, so you can do it from here, you can do it from VS Code as well, but I'm preferring through the VS Code because it will be easy to visualize the things. Okay, and just before that, uh, we will go through their official documentation page, like what they suggest, how we can proceed. So in see, in documentation we have this installation available. Okay, so in installation I am in Node.js section. I am preferring the language as a JavaScript. Okay, so in Node.js there is a two types of things coming, two types of a scripting language. One is TypeScript, that is by default backed by Playwright, and other is JavaScript. So see, you have this option, choose between TypeScript or JavaScript. Default is TypeScript. It is already written here. So if you go through this documentation, right, they have written in a very nice way, and if you go step by step, it will help you a lot. So I'm just copying there this npm command. So like what is npm? So as I said, like if you have node in your machine available, so npm is basically like a rich library you have, and this through this that npm engine, like node engine, it will help you to download the Playwright. And when we say at the rate latest, so it will download the latest Playwright version. If you want to give any other version name, you will provide that particular version name. So if I like if I go ahead and copy this and just nothing to do, just paste it here. Okay, okay, and then hit enter, and just observe this particular folder what I have created. Okay, and the this section as well, like console. So they are saying that they have the latest version, Playwright latest version as 1.1.17.131. Do you want to proceed? Yes. Okay. They say which language you want to choose. So I want to choose JavaScript. So I will just switch to JavaScript and hit enter. It says that where you want to put your end-to-end test cases. So this is by default one folder they have that is called a test folder. So this test folder consists all that particular test cases. So we will not do anything. We will just click hit enter. And the next thing is that they have the Git action workflow as well. So Git action is basically like if anybody has used the Azure DevOps or like a GitLab, right? So there we have all this like pipelines kind of thing. So Git Action is also that kind of offering that is coming from the Git side. So they have also integrated these features, but for as of now, we will uh, keep it as a, like by default, like that is false. And then install Playwright browser. Okay, so do you want to like manually, or you want to install from Playwright? So I will go ahead with the default, like Playwright should handle my browser, and then it's a initializing npm project, npm init. Okay, so it will take some time. It will create, see, it will created one folder called package.json, and inside package.json i- they have this kind of code already written over there. So I will wait for some time. Actually, let the installation first complete, and then one by one I will go with each folders and their like working criteria. So it says that it has added 3 package and audited 4 package, and there is no vulnerability, like zero vulnerability they have found. And as of now, like 3 things in my folder. One is node module, one is package.log.json, other is package.json, and one more file it will create. It is downloading some browser. So installation process is going on. Once this installation will complete, you will see why this is has the less efforts in installing. Just like Selenium, we have to do a lots of configuration and installation, right? Just to avoid those changes, like these tools offer some like easiness, I can say, so that it will be easy for some like new resources, as well as developers can also work on this particular tool with a minimum training or by going through the documentation. Okay, so we'll go ahead with package.json. Let it be like install the other part. I think it will take. Okay, so this package.json is like, I can say, like when you have like a information address, right? You have a home and you have a address for your particular home. So for that, this playwright, right? Whatever this playwright had, everything is mentioned inside this package.json. So what version you are using, and what are the dependency you have. So all those things it is mentioned here, and these are nothing but the your version. Like currently we are using Playwright version as a 1.40, and then type node we have a 21 point. So these are the version controlling just for the Playwright. Apart from that, like we don't have anything from this like package.json to do as of now. Later we can do lots of changes and configuration changes to incorporate with our client requirement and whatever the changes we want to do, so that we can do. Apart from that, major thing is that playwright.config.json, and I think our installation is also completed. So here it says, yes, yes. Here it says success, created a Playwright test project under Playwright demo. So Playwright test pack folder is there under Playwright. Okay. So about this, and we have the example.aspect.js. So I will come on this later, and some of the like initial they have given like how we can run our test cases, what are the mode like for interactive mode and other. So these things they have given, so that it will not create any problem to go ahead with or proceed with this Playwright. Okay. Apart from package.json, we have this playwright.config.json. So when we say config, right, so all the configuration project, this is project related configuration. So when I say project related configuration, so you have uh, like how you want to run your test cases, which browser you want to run, right? So all those things it is mentioned there. So I will go one by one. Your test directory, it is saying it is inside the test folder. Yes, we have this test folder, and this is our test directory. All the test cases by default, if you run this command, it will pick from this particular folder. If you want to change, you can change your folder by editing these things. Fully parallel, okay, yes, I want to run my test cases on parallel mode. Okay, so some of the features like I will just touch base, like you want to retry your test cases on failure. Yes, we want reporter, which reporter we want to generate. So we are preferring as of now HTML. So by default they offer HTML. We have the JSON and bar graph table reporting as well with this Playwright. And this is the major things like projects. Under projects, like we have this Chromium is for Chromium supports our like Edge and Chrome browser. So this is for the Chrome browser, desktop Chrome, and this is for Firefox. And below I think it have WebKit. So yeah, WebKit supports the Safari browser. Okay, so if I run this particular test cases, so this project says it will run on these three browsers, okay, on parallel mode. Okay, so one test case will run on Chrome, other test case will run on Firefox, and other test cases will run on Safari. Okay, so this is one of the like major features and offering we can say. And even if you want to run in like a mobile view, which I say emulator view, right? So that also, if you enable these things, you can go ahead and run in mobile view as well. So below all the features are as of now by default commented, but you can change according to your uses. Now, like when I say this project is a Node.js based project, so major thing in any Node project, you have this Node module available. Okay, this Node module have each and everything. Like the way in Java project we have the library available, right? So inside library we have all those things, like if it is a Selenium library, Java library, any TestNG library, anything, right? So we kept under the library or build path configuration. Similar thing we have this node module, and inside this module we have all those bindings, you can say, available. So we have one binding is available from Playwright, and in Playwright you have all those details like what are the reporters, what are the like package or JSON file you have. So you can go ahead with or check the details. So see those like assert function, like stream trimmer. So those are the whatever the particular methods we have. Each and everything is already inside this particular every TS file. So this TS is nothing but like, as I said, like by default it is coming in a TypeScript mode. So that's why. And then if I come like comment this, you have this type at node. So there also similar thing in Playwright, you have this library. If you expand this library, all those like plugins, reporters, runners, like third-party configuration, everything, like these are all libraries. With the help of these libraries only, we are able to run our test cases. Okay, so if anything missing and if you are getting any failure due to that, and sometimes you will get like while working on the project, so you have to go ahead and check these folders that particular libraries files are available or not. Okay, now coming to our main like execution, like how we will execute and how we can see our report and everything. So as I said, yeah, like they have given this suggested command, right? So what we can do, I'm just copying from here and px playwright test. Okay, so I'm copying from here. I will go and I will paste here. Okay, and hit enter, because it says npx playwright test. Because it will, according to this configuration file, it will look out for test folder, and whatever aspects.js file it has, it will pick that aspect.js file. So if we go see, it is saying that running 6 test cases using 4 workers. So I will say tell you like why 6 test cases and why 4 workers, right? So I will tell you the story behind that, and let me come to the examples.specs file. So yeah, don't worry about this, like might be your first time seeing this coding structure. If you are already aware of like TypeScript and JavaScript, it will be easy for you to grasp the things. But if you are first time like seeing what is this const, what is requires, right? So just to give you a heads up, like this require is nothing but when you are doing import function, right, in Java. So similar to that, here we have in play like JavaScript requires. So if you do requires, so according to that, it will pull out the library, and this library has whatever the functions and methods bindings it has. So we can use those methods inside this particular page, JS page. And this const is nothing but the we have the variables, right, available. So inside const we are like having test and accept. So test is for writing our test cases and accept is for our assertions, basically what we are expecting. Okay, so now all the 6 test cases has run successfully. We will go ahead by these things later, like how this await and sync promise methods are working. We are, as of now, we are not focusing on that. We will just see the behaviors of the playwright. Okay, so it says that 6 test cases we have run, and all the six test cases are passed. Okay, and just to see the report, you have to do npx playwright show report. So you just copy and paste it here. So it will open one browser. Okay, so by default, see, I said like just a minute. See, you have a two test cases, right? In this particular example.aspects.js, you have two tests. One test at line number 4 and other test you have at line number 11. So this test, wherever you have this test written, it will treat as a one test cases. So you have this portion as a one test case, like the way in testng, right, we have at the rate test. So similar way here we have this test available. So if you notate anything with the help of test, it will treat it as a one test case, and other part is that this below test cases. Okay, so in first test cases they are validating that it is redirecting to the URL or not, and URL has some a string or not. Okay, and other part is that it is getting started with the link, that it is redirected to the link and clicking on started links. So these things they are doing. So this is part of the test cases. So I'm just covering the things that why it is considered as a six test cases. So Chrome browser, what I said, two test cases are there in examples.aspects. Two test cases run on Chrome. So that is this Chromium is there. So this says like Chrome has two test cases. Firefox also run the same two test cases, and WebKit, like that Safari browser, has also run two test cases. And what is the time all the browser has taken? So you can see this Firefox, right, this Safari browser WebKit has taken 8.7 milliseconds only to complete the test cases, but maximum like this Firefox has taken the time. So you can also judge like which browser has the performance issue, and like that accordingly you can also suggest to minimize the performance of your application to the development team, like how we can minimize those things. So generally it's happened like we have observed most of the time Firefox taking much time to run our test cases. This issue is almost there in Selenium as well. Yeah, but I think you have understand like why it is considered as a six test cases here, because three browser and each browser has two test cases. So overall it considered as a six test cases, and all six has run in a parallel mode. So all nothing is failed as of now. So we have this filter option available if you want to fail any test cases. So just do some changes, right? Instead of Playwright, right? If I say here, okay, and want to run this test case again, okay, I have just changed. So Control C is the command to come out from the uh, window, and then I want to run this test case again. So I'm just running again just to showcase you how failures happen and how this failures look like and how we can filter out those things. So what I am saying, this if we are redirected to that particular page, it does not have title including as a borrow name over there. Okay, see, has title is it is checking as of now. And if those things like executed properly, right, so it will give here like if we run like refresh this, right, then it will come like failed test cases will come in the failure section, but as of now it is only running. See, uh, 1 minute. See, what it says, expected title contains a substring called to have borrow. So there we have one failure. So it says that, and all this like a what behaviors we have fail, expected behavior we have failure, fast and reliable into and test cases playwright, right, receive a string. But in this particular string, nowhere is borrow being mentioned. So that's why these failures happen. And now you can see like we have total 3 failure and 3 pass. If you click here, you can filter out all your past test cases or your failed test cases. So as of now, you might have observed all the test cases are running in a headless mode. No browser is opening, nothing is happening. Okay. And if you want to run your test cases in without headless mode, what you need to do, you need to just mention here headed. So what it will do, it will launch like a browser, and there it will do all the actions. Okay, 1 minute. Think tree figure has title location. Okay, 1 minute. I'm just trying to run once more time. So each and everything is mentioned here, like how to run in headed mode, how to run in headless mode. So after installation, like running the test cases, we have done these things, and then after like a reporter for seeing the report, we have done this thing, nps playwright show report. And okay, so they have their latest update. So instead of headed, they are saying dash dash UI. So we will use this. Okay, let me use this. So some changes are coming from their side. So sometimes we have to incorporate those changes. So instead of previously they have the headed available, so that it was opening. Now they have changed to this. Okay, so they have opened this Chromium browser. Okay, and now they are executing everything inside that. So this Chromium browser has the inbuilt, see you this Playwright, this engine is coming from the Playwright side. So they have this, and the browser you can observe all the execution and everything in this particular section. And this particular features, right? See, you can see a red mark line over there. So this is the feature which I was talking about, this tracing feature. So if you go, like I'm just waiting for that 1 minute. Let me run the test cases. Somehow it is taking some time. Okay, one test case is fast, one is failed. See, this get a started link is there. So they bent there. So this is the only traceability features I was talking about. If you go there, so what is the like previous step, what is the next step? So it has each and every things available. So why the failures happen, you will like easily able to get it through, because it say it redirected to this, but it will not able to find the locators get by roles, and then these things. So that's what I like. If I go to this hash title, so locators has the root, but expected title has failed for this. So that's why it's a, like a failure marks over there. And these hooks are nothing but the, and like others like cucumbers and other places like in TestNG also, right? You have seen at the rate before suit, after suit. So those things, so similar kind of that we have the before hooks and after hooks. So these hooks like will able to set up the prerequisite, and after execution what are the necessary action we need to take to close the browser and other things. So that is taken care by this before hooks and after hooks. So these are the basics things. So these comes under the like above part is the traceability features. These are the details of each and every steps, and this is the like runners feature, run options you have, okay, available. And if you want to stop your test cases, you have to click here. So this is just to your UI mode, but mostly like we are preferring headless mode in the organization. But you can go ahead, and when we are learning something, so we can go ahead and we can check these things. And even like if you prefer like headed mode, so you can go with this hyphen UI steps, so that you can run your test cases and also visualize what are the things happening. And it will help you a lot while debugging your code for any failure or anything. So each and every details are mentioned here. Also it says like one error you have, and that error is for at line numbers like 8, and this is for the expected condition. So it's like a very neat and clean explanation they have. So while going through their explanation also, if you don't have any idea, still you can feel like, okay, these are the region for failure might be. And you can also even Google it for, so it will give you a lot of help in that. So yes, so yeah, this is like overall like we have the offerings, and might be this syntax for you people like it looks like little weird, but it will not that much hard, that I assured you. But only thing is that you need to give some time on TypeScript or JavaScript just to understand what is the syntaxing and how we can go ahead and write the test cases. And apart from that, like we have this test dot examples, so where they have given one end-to-end test cases. So if you are stuck somewhere like while writing any test cases, you can take the help of their examples, like how they have utilized the fee like any methods. So get by levels to be checked, right? So every methods they have the examples of each and almost every methods. So this is a like a very descriptive test case they have written, so that anybody new they can go ahead and check this particular methods, like what these methods are doing in Playwright and how we can utilize that. So for reference purpose also they have created one like end-to-end test cases. And for like just to giving a demo purpose, like they have created this example.specs file. If you want to run this for particular file, you have to go and change your playwright.config file, and you need to mention their test hyphen examples as your default file instead of test file. Then if you do playwright npx playwright test, and then it will directly pick the test cases from this particular folder. So this is like things we have like in Playwright. So as of now, like what we have covered, so I will just want to give a recap, like yeah, why we need to choose Playwright. So that we have covered, like it's like backed by Microsoft. okay, and it has a browser support like Chromium, Safari, Firefox. We have the headed and headless mode available, and OS like supported. We have the Windows, Microsoft, Mac OS, Linux, and CI runs. So that we have like seen that these things are also mentioned on their like documentation sections as well, and we have seen that it supports like a web browser, even mobile view API testing, and language they are supporting like Java, Python, C Sharp, TypeScript default, and then JavaScript. Coming to the features offering from the Playwright side, so most valuable thing is that it's a free and open source, and it's had multiple language and browser supports. So any like engineers that is coming from different background, they can able to use these tools. If they are coming from Java background, Python background, JavaScript background, so everybody can utilize these things, because these supports are there also in previous free open source tool. But yeah, they are just taking the same features and going ahead with that. And mostly this easy setup, right? You have seen, right, we have not done much setups like going ahead and providing the dependency and other things to just to run one test cases, right? In Selenium we have to like just to give a demo, we need to test ng, we need like a Maven plugin, we need like we need to create a many different dependencies, right? Even for Cucumber project, we need like Gherkin language supports, we need features file, right? So those are things needed for different frameworks. But here, everything is bundled like in one package. So that's why like only one command we have run, this npx test, right? So that particular command help us to do all this setups. So this is that particular command, npm init playwright latest. So apart from that, what we covered, like auto bait, right? So why this auto bait features are more popular here? Because like you have seen in Selenium, this implicit bait, explicit bait, fluent bait, right? We need to provide, and sometimes after utilizing those things also, our test cases are failing. But here, like as we, I'm just giving one example, like I think I have not touched base that. See, this part like we need to discuss later. Here we have async, right? Asynchronization operation we have, and that on for particular page. So this says that we have one promise, and once that promise is fulfilled, we will wait till that particular time, and then this await says that we will wait particular time, and then we will run this particular command. So page gives, this is like one of the fixtures they have. Uh, on fixtures, they have the await facility available, and each fixtures have to go through their playwright like methods or like commands. So each and every line, if you say like if you have the await, it should first wait to execute this particular line. Unless until this is not finished, it will not proceed with the next line. So is checked, is enabled, is disabled, right? Everything is like auto handle with this particular method go to only. And if any failures happen inside that, so that will wait till the failures happen, and why this failure happen, then only it will proceed with the next execution part. So we are not specifically handling is enabled, is disabled, is present, right? So prior to that, we used to check in DOM structures also. So those things we are not doing here. And yeah, I was there in documentation part. And then we have covered this multi-tab and Windows facility. So we have this features in Selenium, but Cypress we don't have. So this Playwright, they have included these things. Assertions, right? Aspect to we have, to title have, right? Those kind of features already there. Framed shadow DOMs, as of now, we have not seen because that are the little bit complex things we have. So later in this course, like we will see like how to handle the frame and how to deal with the shadow DOM and the test parameters. This is the one of the most important feature, like what are the parameters we want to like pass, right? How to deal with the data, like we want to pass the JSON data or the XML data through CSV file. So those we can also have the feasibility available and faster. Obviously, when you use this tool, you will able to uh, go through their like faster, like how it's we have on like because here we have seen, right, this their execution timing they are showing. So you can also judge, right, when you run your test cases on Selenium or Cypress and when you run your test cases on Playwright. So I think I can definitely say like 100% time this Playwright test cases will have the faster execution than other tools. There, and it also supports the API testing and accessibility testings. So those are the latter we have to cover. And then reporters, right? So no need to implement the third-party reporting tool. We already have this traceability features available. Parallel testing also we can do. Even reporting we can do. So everything is in bundled. Only thing is that people has to go through their documentation, official documentation, and need to explore the things one by one, how to write the test cases, generate the test cases. But if anybody is facing any problem, we are here to give you some sessions and provide the solutions for that also. So yes, and we have one generic session designed for particularly for this Playwright JavaScript and TypeScript base, so we can cover there all those things. So yeah, I hope like this is like a good session and you